Hey everybody, it's Moonbo here, coming at you with a very special episode of Scrap Mechanic. That is right, it is 1 year on YouTube making Scrap Mechanic videos for you guys. So I wanted to do something very special, and that is a top 10 list of my creations that I have made, because I know a lot of people ask me in my live streams all the time, Moonbo, what is your favorite creation? So I decided to package it all up for you guys in a top 10 video here. So I really hope you enjoy it. We get to re-experience all sorts of amazing Scrap Mechanic creations. Most of them, if not all of them, were suggested by viewers like you. You guys have really paved the way for my channel and what I've been making as content, so I really hope you guys are enjoying the content, and if you keep making your suggestions in the comments, then I am just gonna keep making things in Scrap Mechanic. So let's pretty much get right into this. We're gonna start from number 10 and make our way down to number 1. I'm really excited to show you guys all sorts of cool creations, because a lot of people might have missed them too. So here we go, top 10 Moonbo creations. Alright, number 10 in the list is the Halo Pelican. This is one of my oldest creations. I made this long ago. I think it's like one of the first ones I ever uploaded to the Steam Workshop. It is obviously all vanilla. I made it out of wood because it was the lightest block that we had at the time, and it's a little outdated if you consider what we can do nowadays in Scrap Mechanic, but I'm really happy with the way this turned out. It's one of my proudest builds, honestly, and that's kind of it's in top 10, like number 10, because I've made so many other things that I really enjoyed more. So I mean, this one is definitely up there though. So here we go. We can open up that door. Actually, before we go up and fly away, I can show you guys. This is like the cool part here. The landing gear is on a sensor with these like suspension little springs there, so it's like a nice cushioned landing. So we can shut that, and we get a really nice view inside this Pelican here. I remember making this, and I really wanted to get the inside of something done. So sometimes you make stuff only to look nice on the outside, but sometimes you just really want to make the inside look cool too. So here you can see the seats are all slanted in, kind of like a nice frame that goes up and around. And this is like a main control chair here with a bunch of cool stuff. And the cockpit's pretty neat, actually. You can actually walk into it and stand around here and get a little bit of a view. Obviously, this is the old glass, so really outdated build, unfortunately. But nonetheless, absolutely fantastic. So let's fly this thing. Let's see if I can remember how to fly it. I'm just going to start pressing buttons here, guys. I'm not too sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, remember. Look at that. So when I forgot, when you make it turn, you can actually see those entire wings turn as well. So I mean, if you've seen if you've seen Halo, no doubt you know what that is all about. So I have no idea how to fly this thing anymore. So I'm just kind of turning it right now, and I have a feeling I may get into a little bit of a crash here. No, wait, no, I'm doing it. Okay, here we go. So yeah, so this Halo Pelican, I thought it was extremely true to the real design. I didn't really know what I was doing because I haven't really played a lot of Halo. But in the end, I think it got a really good response. A lot of people really did enjoy this build. So I have no idea where I'm going. I think I'm gonna try and get right back down to that landing pad, and we are gonna check out number 9. Wait, okay, this is. I can do it. Alright, here we go. Perfect. Yeah. Alright. Here we go, number 9. Alright, in the number 9 place, I have my flying mech. So this was the first mech that I had ever made in the game. I mean, I've only made 2 or 3 of them. But this was the first one that I ever made. I made it fully flying. So many people on YouTube like showed this on their channels, and it really made me happy because I had a lot of fun watching other people like try and play with this. And one of the things that I noticed, and it made me laugh the most, was no one knew how to get in. Everyone that ever showed this on their channel, they looked at it, they had no idea what they were doing to get inside. So many people complained about it, but I mean, I thought it was pretty simple. You press this button, and look. Can you see? Look right there, there's a crack. I can't believe nobody noticed that you press the button. And you go right there, and look, there's the steering wheel. It's not very difficult, people. I mean, I'm not trying to judge you here, but, I mean, that's how easy it is. Look, now I'm inside, you press the 1 key, and then you are actually loaded into the mech. So, this mech is insane, though. I had so much fun watching people use this because they had no idea what they were doing, because it is probably one of the most complicated builds I have ever made as far as flying mechanics go. It's just ridiculous. But I mean, you can see we can actually look left and right like so. And so this was actually the first creation that I ever made with the suspension glitch in it. So I was like, alright, you know what? This one actually needs suspension glitch because it is made of metal. You can see if I get a close-up here, it's totally made of metal. And it's actually pretty difficult to maneuver because of that. So I have a bunch of buttons here. I think, yeah, 2 and 3. No one knew this, but if you press 2 and 3 at the same time, it just bends the knees. A lot of people try to like do ridiculous things, and it does not work that way. Uh-oh. I am, yeah, okay, see, that is not good. Okay, I need to put this back on the feet. It is a ridiculous build. I mean, it's pretty funny because it actually falls over like that. If you let it down when it's in the air, you actually have to do that. Alright, so like I said, we just pop right there and go into the seat. I am not going to do anything ridiculous anymore. So here we go. This is how you fly it. So if you press the 4 key, you actually get those thrusters right there. So as you can see, those thrusters are on, and that is giving us like a weight deloader. So it's actually taking a bit of weight off of our shoulders. And the reason why we do that is so that we can fly this thing. Now, before we fly, though, this is 5, so you can aim the guns up. That's kind of cool. 6 is the top there, so you can pop out. Alright, and 7 is to reverse. And so I'm pretty sure we will press 8, and we are going to start flying. It's pretty ridiculous. You can see if I press W, it keeps the feet in check. And 0 and 9 are the way that you control your, like, roll. So, because of the suspension glitch, you can actually turn midair. So, as you can see, it's really stable if I keep pressing W. And honestly, I mean, it's actually easy to fly. And it was kind of funny to see so many people have such a, like, hard time flying it. Because, I mean, here we go. I'm pretty much just going over this way to the other landing pad here. It's pretty simple. I mean, I say that, but I mean, the links are going to be in the description, guys, so you can actually check it out, and you can try and fly this thing as well. I mean, I think I might be able to do it. Can I land on my feet? Nope. Okay. Alright, so not bad. Number 9, really cool mech, guys, but I think we are now going to check out number 7. Alright, did I say number 7? I'm pretty sure I meant to say number 8, but wait, what is that car doing? Is it trying to communicate with me? What? Oh man, this car is bugging out. Alright, as I was saying, we are at number 8, not number 7, and this time I wanted to showcase that I do stuff that is more than just like flying creations, you know, and small builds. I love doing those massive builds that require like a whole world download, like so big that you can't even put it on the Steam Workshop. And so in this case, I chose the Hello Neighbor house. It was an extremely popular video on my channel, and I was so happy with the way that this one turned out. I'm actually kind of working on the Alpha 3 house at the moment. It's been kind of on the back burner in the recent times here, but as you can see, guys, this is just like one of those massive builds. It's a huge house that is full of really cool trap doors and stuff that have the neighbor that scares you. I've never actually played the Hello Neighbor game itself, but this is definitely like a relatively interesting build here. You can do all sorts of weird stuff, you know, find the neighbor all over the place. And in the Alpha 3 house that I'm working on, I'm going to have some new neighbors that kind of have a different way of scaring you, so I'm really excited to keep working on that one. That one's going to be coming in the future, guys, as I am like relatively busy in real life, and I try and do my best to keep working hard at Scrap Mechanic for you guys and producing some great content that's also fun to watch. So in this case, though, I chose this one at the number 8 spot because it deserves to be mentioned as a build. I have so many other builds that are on world downloads that you guys should definitely check out on the channel. So I'm definitely happy with this one. It's the best one in my opinion, and I think you guys will probably agree. But now it's time to actually go to number 7. Alright, in number 7, we have my creepy face. Yeah, that's right, my creepy face. I mean, I thought it looked kind of creepy. Other people agreed as well. So you can see, it is my face. I'm sure if you've seen my face cam in my live streams, or now in Multiplayer Monday, you can get an idea of what I look like. I mean, I think I'm gonna get rid of the beard for the summer, though. I'm honest here. I think I'm gonna do that, because it is getting... it's getting to be pretty warm, so eventually I'll get rid of it. So here you go, you can see I got my glasses on, I got a pretty cool nose there, I got my whole beard going on, my hair on the top, I got ears, I got everything, and I can hop inside here, and it's all controlled by a seat. So we can press all of these switches here. Let me see what these all do. Alright, perfect. So, how do you talk? It's pretty simple, actually. All you have to do is press one key, and that is the A key. So, as you can see, I can talk like this, you know. Tell Moonbo here, hey, how's it going? It's Moonbo here. So, obviously, you can see I can talk. It's pretty simple. It's just on a steering mechanism, so you press the A key like that. I'll look at it in a second. And you can see I also made my eyes a little shifty. I'm shifty here. I'm going, And that's pretty much it. Aside from that brain little... I have a little brain panel up there. So here you can see, though, if I hop back up here, you can see there's a steering bearing there and a steering bearing there, so you can just kind of move the mouth like that. So it's a relatively simple build here, but, I mean... At the end of the day, it was a lot of fun. I think a lot of people really enjoyed it, and it did really well on the Steam Workshop, actually. And it was really creepy because a lot of other people, like a lot of other YouTube channels, showed this creation, and I was like watching their videos, and I was just kind of like, oh man, it's kind of weird to see my face on someone else's channel in Scrap Mechanic. But yeah, so that's number 7. It's time to move on to number 6. Alright, at number 6 we have the Thunderbird, and this one is one of my favorites, guys. This one is one of the most ridiculous ones. It is the Thunderbird 2, as you can see, with the number on the side there. And so this is an old-time show. A lot of people were, like, arguing on the video. They were like, this isn't an old show, it's from not long ago, blah, blah, blah. And I'd like to just point out in this video, guys, that Thunderbirds is from like 1965 or something. Just please, you have to believe me. Nobody was believing me. I was trying to convince them, but they weren't buying it. But I'm serious, guys. This is from a very old show from 1965. So we're gonna hop into the seat here. So normally this would actually have a little bit of a pod in the center. So it's on the Steam Workshop. You can actually put it in, and people have re-uploaded this with the pod inside of the Thunderbird, which I'm okay with. I mean, you can skip that step if you'd like as well, so you can experience it the full way. So there's loads of buttons on this one. I can't even fully remember here, guys. I just hopped into this, so let's start pressing some buttons. 1. Nothing. 2. Okay, 2 is lift. 1 is not doing anything. 3, okay, is something there. 3 and 4 is your roll. Okay, 5 is your nose stuff. Okay, 7 is the button that you use to hold the pods in. So here you can see I press 7 and the things go out so you can hold the pod. And 8 is extra thrust. Oh, so 8 and 9, you go like this, guys. So 8 and 9 together, that is how you release the pod, and that's how you get on top of the pod as well. So a pretty cool function. You can actually just kind of slide on like so. I think I was supposed to press those buttons, but there we go. And they just tuck away like that. That was actually the hardest part of this build, was like hiding those arms inside of it. So it was kind of weird. So here we go. We can press the 2 and 8 key at the same time, and that's going to give us some bonus thrust. And I think it's just the same old yaw. Press W to go forward. Pretty straightforward, honestly. A lot of people always complain about how hard my creations are to fly, but I mean, honestly, look at this. I'm not putting any effort into it. And I can honestly just go to the strict follow cam like this, and we can have just a much better view here. I really like the roll in this one, actually, because it's very responsive, it's very quick to roll, and usually that is one of the things you need the most when you're flying. So let's take this for a landing right here. I think we can manage a pretty safe landing here. Roll it out a bit, roll it out. Oh, there we go. I mean, I've flown my creations enough so far that I think I can pretty much hop in any creation nowadays and fly it relatively easily. Alright. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. This is actually a really cool feature. This here is the, this is the button I was pressing that I didn't know what it was doing. This is the really cool, like, entranceway. So you can actually see that it lifts you up on top. So, I mean, okay, actually, we actually need to be on this here. So if we stand right here and press this button, we will see that it raises up like this, and now we are in the cockpit. So I thought that was really neat. Obviously, this is the old glass as well. But that's enough of the Thunderbird 2. I'm absolutely happy with this build, though. It's one of my favorites, that's for sure. That's why it is in the number 6 spot. So now it is time to check out number 5. Alright, so at number 5, here it is. It's the Moonbo heli crane. Now, this is one of my favorite helicopters that I had ever made. It was one of the most, like, simplified ones as far as, like, the bulk of it goes, and it's also completely made out of metal, aside from the slight top portion of it right there. So it was a very interesting build to get to fly, and it also comes with this really neat basket. So you can actually put things inside of this basket right here, and you can fly this helicopter, and using this crane arm mechanism, grab the basket and fly away with it. This was honestly, like, so much fun to play with, and I think a lot of people really appreciated it. And I think a lot of people were very, like, intent on mentioning that it was from Roblox, but I'm pretty sure this is a real helicopter that exists in real life, and it did before the video game Roblox. So, here we go. We're gonna try and fly this. We're gonna try and pick up that basket for old time's sake. It is not easy. I gotta say, it is not easy at all. So, I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright, basket time. I can shift. Yeah, okay. What's the button? Is it 7 and 8? Okay, 7 and 8, guys. So how about we move this down now, and I am going to keep going left. I think that's where we want to go, is still to the left. I think the crane arm at the bottom, too, it actually acts a little bit like a counterweight on the entire creation, so you can actually use it to your advantage when it's deployed. So I think we can do this. I'm gonna inch my way forward a little bit more, just like that, and hit 7, no, 8. Here we go. Okay, I got it. Hit 7. I can't believe I'm doing this the first try as well, guys. I am not even joking here. This is legitimately, like, this is the first time I've done this in a very long time, and I just managed to do it. There we go, look at that. It's working. So, as you can see, it's not as hard as I was making it out to be, actually. This is flying very smoothly, surprisingly. I was not prepared for such a smooth flight. And, oh wow, grazed the tree there. And yeah, I mean, geez, I'm a little bit surprised right now, but I'm really happy because it kind of shows that this creation is actually pretty darn cool. So let's bring it back down to the ground here. Easy. Okay, there we go. Soft landing. Perfect. So that's the, I guess it's the Moonbo Sky Crane. Absolutely fantastic. Make sure you check this one out on the Steam Workshop, guys. Alright, so we are going to get rid of this one, and we are going to move on to number 4. Alright, so in the 4th position, we have the Hydra, the GTA Hydra. An amazing jet, guys. I have to be honest with you, this jet has probably been viewed by just hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of people. So many YouTube channels showed this one, a lot of really big channels, they really had a lot of fun with it. I was really happy to see so many people get a really good kick out of this one, and it was kind of funny. A lot of people were like, this is not a Hydra, it's like a Harrier, you know, it's a real thing, and I was like, yeah, I get that, but a lot of people really drove it home that it's like a GTA Hydra. Maybe there's some specific kind of like rocket design or something, I don't know. But either way, really happy with this jet, guys. We are gonna hop inside here and try and fly it yet again. Alright, relatively simple there. Obviously this one's outdated as well. These are some old creations, guys. So, I'm not 100% sure if I remember how to fly this. And I think there's a tree right there, so let's maybe press some buttons while we turn around here. Alright, that's right, I kind of forgot. You can actually press this 3 button right here, and that is for VTOL. So if we press 4 and 3 together, oh, there we go. Okay, I'm kind of scared now. So I'm going up really fast. If I change that back over that way, I think that's how we fly. I think so. Let's go. We need some strict follow cam here, guys. I'm not too sure if I know what I'm doing here. Alright, we can roll. I'm not too sure what my tail controls are, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't think this is, This is not how a jet is supposed to fly. Alright, maybe I'm just flying it wrong. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, I think I've got it now. This is actually a really easy plane to fly. I'm not too sure about the nose, though. Why? Okay, there it is. You press 3. This plane is insane, okay? You press the 3 button, which is your VTOL, to actually bring your nose up. So it's like a multi-function. I forgot all about that. Look at this. Wow, this is honestly really cool. Alright, so that is the Hydra, though. I am going to... How about we try and land back on top of that mountain, maybe? No, okay, it's not going to be on top of the mountain. It's going to be somewhere near it, though. And we are going to check out number 3. Because that's right, guys, it is time for the top 3 Moonbo creations. Alright, let's get rid of this. Alright, so in 3rd place, I decided to pick the F1 race car that I had made. And this is a very meaningful creation to me. Not only do I really enjoy the entire build, like just the design of it, this is old school build too, so it's all some vanilla parts. It's made of metal, it looks fantastic, and there's a lot going on in it actually, as far as an F1 racer goes, because it does utilize a lot of thruster, assistance. But the reason why this build is just so meaningful to me, though, is because this, a long time ago, I invited a whole bunch of other guys who do YouTube, and they're playing Scrap Mechanic. Namely, Diesel Designs, Retrospecs, Con Gaming, Scrapman, Komodo, myself. I'm pretty sure that's everybody, right? And so we had a blast. There were so many of us. We were all racing. It was a lot of fun, so it kind of just really paved the way for my channel, this creation, so that's why it's in number 3. And not only is it, meaningful to me, but it's a lot of fun to drive, so let's kind of get around here. You can see there is a whole lot of thrusters going on, so I have the particles turned on at the moment, so you can get a pretty good idea of what it's like. So normally, though, this would be driven on totally flat land, so we are going to at least get out of the forest here and try and just get a better idea of how it races. So let's go strict follow cam here. Here's the first person. This is actually one of my favorite things, is the first person view, because one of the things I used to do when I was younger was play old school F1 racing car games on the computer. It was a lot of fun. My favorite thing to do was to drive in first person and pretend that I was in the car, you know, and it was very immersive. So when I made this F1 car, I really had the first person view in mind. So obviously, as you can see, it's like driving an F1 car. This is extremely stable. There is so much thruster assistance that you wouldn't even realize it, but it's very responsive. It's very easy to control, and there's some weird suspension as well that kind of really buffers everything. So here you can see we are making our way around the entire map. I have really no issues whatsoever with steering around obstacles. I'm going full speed right now. We can actually take some pretty cool jumps with this apparently too. Nice. So yeah, that is the F1 race car. I really enjoyed this one, and I really urge you guys to check it out on the Steam Workshop. It is just so much fun to drive. You can spawn a whole bunch of them, race them with your friends. They are totally lag-free until you start having some pile-ups, but you need quite a few people for that. So that's the F1 car, guys. We are going to move on now to something that is really cool. It is number 2. Alright guys, so here it is, number 2, it is the V22 Osprey. What a coincidence, actually, so many 2s! So, this is an amazing flying creation. It was suggested to me long ago by Komodo Gaming. It was such a challenge, what an undertaking it was, but I had so much fun making it and showing it off, and this was a pretty big hit on the workshop as well, I believe. A lot of people really enjoyed that, and it did show up on quite a few YouTube channels as well. So we can actually open up, actually no, that's the wrong side here. Let's go in from the back. I don't know, I haven't spawned this in a long time, guys, so you'll have to bear with me here. I have no idea where I'm going. Is there a switch back here? Okay, there's no switch back here. What was I thinking? It's so weird to spawn creations from so long ago because you kind of have to really put yourself where you were at the time. So if this is a side door right there, that is the cockpit door. So how about we just hop into the side door? Alright, there's a little ledge there. Perfect. Alright, I think we can shut that right there, like so. Alright, so here we are inside the 22, guys. This is absolutely fantastic. I remember making this now. It's such a weird flashback to see these, like, blue arrows pointing out, because this is, like, the button right here. There you go. It's like a drop ship kind of thing, so you can actually have people hop out of the back. Imagine if there was parachutes in this game. That'd be fantastic. So we can close that back up here, and so as you can see, I put quite a bit of detail on the inside here, loads of pieces. These are like some special seats here with some cup holders and stuff apparently, and this is like probably the jump crew back here. They'd be sitting here waiting for the jump for that to open while in flight. So really cool. Absolutely fantastic. I think I did this because I really wanted this to stand out because this is the landing gear, and I felt like if I deleted anything here by accident, then I would destroy the landing gear. And this was before there was the, I'm pretty sure this was before the Steam Workshop, right? So and you couldn't save things on the lift, so I made stuff that was really foolproof because if you broke something, you had to start over. You couldn't just save it and start, like, from where you were before. So here we are inside of it, guys. This is absolutely massive. Alright, that's the lift key right there. I think that's okay. No, not yet. Don't press that one just yet. Is it 8? There it is. Alright, so 8 is that. Alright, perfect. So when you press the 8 key, guys, this is really the coolest part of this build. I don't know if I can show you, but you can see it right here. If I show you guys like a weird angle like this maybe, when I press the 8 key, you can see that those actually come out like that, and then the entire thing moves, and then it goes back inside. So those are like locking mechanisms, because I didn't want them to wobble when you press the 1 key, because they start to spin really fast, so they're really secured in there, and it just gives it that sturdy effect. So we got the really spinning right now. Let's press the 2 key, guys. Let's not waste any time here. I need to re-experience these keys a little bit. Alright, so it's pretty simple so far. I believe that is that. Alright, perfect. So there's 2 modes to this aircraft. So obviously, right now we are kind of like in the helicopter mode. I believe... I'm not too sure how to go forward. Is it 5? Okay, yeah, so 5 is forward. There we go. Oh, God, no, not the tree. Jeez, okay, whew. I thought it was going to hit that tree. Alright, so now we are going forward. Okay, this is pretty smooth. I can handle this. I think I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Alright, so now we are flying. Jeez, this thing is crazy, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this one, because this one actually, this was probably one of the longest times ever in Scrap Mechanic to make something. Alright, so we're going to press the 8 key. We are going to convert this from that kind of helicopter mode into the flight mode right there. And let's level this off. I don't know why we're pointing so straight up. Alright, there we go. Make sure we got that strict follow camera on as well. And we can actually fly this thing pretty smoothly. It does not fly quite the same in this airplane mode as the helicopter mode. In the airplane mode, it's actually much faster, and it's just a lot easier to fly. So, how about we bring this down to the ground here? Where can we spawn the next creation? I have an idea, I think, actually. Let's start dropping our way down here. And I'm going to make my way to the other edge of the map, guys, and spawn number 1. So this one, absolutely fantastic. Really hope you enjoyed the V-22 Osprey. Someone suggested it like 2 days ago. They were like, how about you make a V-22 Osprey? And I was like, wait, I already made one. So there it is, guys, the V-22 Osprey. Now it's time to move on to number 1. Alright guys, here it is. It's number 1. It is the Chinook. That is right, this creation, guys. It's like one of the most pivotal creations in my mind of like doing YouTube, making scrap mechanic, and having fun with you guys, and like making some cool videos. This one was quite the challenge to make. I had so much fun making it though, and this is probably what really started everything, guys. So I want to just, before I get into this creation, I just want to thank you guys so much for all of your support. I'm totally always blown away by it, and I really hope you guys keep enjoying the scrap mechanic, because I think there's a lot more to come. So, this build was absolutely fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, Komodo Gaming, he did a video on it, and it was, totally, like, exploding. Like, the video was absolutely fantastic. I think he did a great job showing my creation. It got, like, 400,000 views. Which I am so happy because so many people got to experience this very old creation. So here we are though inside the Chinook. Obviously it is designed to hold a Jeep. So normally you can drive a Jeep right into here and hold it right there, and there's a button right here that actually locks the Jeep into place. So when you have a Jeep in here, you can press that button and it'll hold it in place, and when you want to actually like go out and jump out from this thing, you can open it up from the seat there and launch a Jeep from the air. I have a video on this that I did a while ago as well, so if you want to see me like flying a Jeep in and out of it, then you should definitely check that out. So, lots of weird stuff in here. I haven't been here in a very long time, so it's kind of weird to see everything. So maybe I might need to... Okay, so this is the escape seat right here. This is the seat that I made so that I could hop out if I needed to flip it over. That, I believe, is actually the top there. You can actually get a view of inside the engines. No, that's not what that is. I have no idea what that button is. I take it back. It's not what I thought it was. So that's the escape seat, though, for sure. And this is just some crew seating right here. And we got a radio, some really cool windows. There's loads of windows, actually, through this entire creation. You can see I have all sorts of windows. I really tried to stay true to, like, the actual Chinook in real life. So, that is pretty much what kind of started everything on YouTube as far as, like, making your guys' suggestions and trying my best to make them look as cool as possible. So, let's get into this main driver's seat here and see what happens. Alright, so that's the door there. Alright, so this is the craziest part, guys. So normally, you can see on a lot of my other helicopters that the thrusters are external. But in this case here, I made the thrusters internal. So you can see, they're totally hidden. And that was probably one of the hardest things for doing this Chinook, was like totally encasing the entire build, because before there were mods, guys, everything was big, it's bulky, so when you're trying to make a replica, you have to kind of do some weird things. But this one, it just worked out pretty good. So we got the blades spinning. I believe there it is. The 3 key is slowly lifting us up in the air. Okay, 4 brings the nose down, 5 brings the nose up. Okay, standard. 6 is forward. Okay, that's good to know. And 7 and 8 is your left and right roll. Okay, very interesting. I'm looking forward to trying to fly this thing. I just pressed the wrong button already, guys. That is not a good sign here. Let's make sure we have the strict follow cam on. I think this is probably gonna be the best view, is probably like right there. So, can we go up a little faster? What is the deal here? Okay, there it is. Yeah, so there's the button to go up faster. Okay, I just definitely opened up the tail there too. Whoops. Alright, so we're going up faster. I think that's enough right there. The 6 key is what I said, correct? Alright, here we go. So we are now flying this thing. Oh man. I think this is actually a pretty good view right here, as it is. I pressed the wrong button again. That's alright, I think, because all we need to do is press the 0 key again, and we will lift back up. You gotta bear with me, guys. This is the first time I've been flying a lot of these creations, and I think I'm doing an amazing job, not gonna lie. Alright, so this Chinook is absolutely fantastic. I'm so happy with it, even after so long, guys. This creation, to me, is still one of my favorites, and I really hope you enjoyed it as well. I am pressing the wrong buttons here, guys. This is dangerous, but I'm recovering. Wow, this is actually really cool. So guys, I am going to just kind of fly down to the ground right here like this. Maybe it's going to be a little bit faster than I was anticipating. Okay, perfect. So there you have it, guys. It is my top 10 creations in Scrap Mechanic. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have been enjoying this full year of awesome Scrap Mechanic creations. So, of course, there is going to be more Scrap Mechanic to come. So, always, guys, make sure you put more suggestions in the comments. I love hearing your suggestions, trying them out, and keeping the channel dynamic and keeping it switched up and trying all sorts of new things. So, I really want to thank everybody for all of your support in this year. It's just totally mind-boggling how much fun I've been having doing this and just how much more I want to keep doing it. So make sure you guys keep tuning into the live streams. That's like one of my favorite things to do. And I'm gonna do more city stuff soon as well. I've been kind of putting that off because I need to kind of get that creative spark going again there. So be patient with that. I've got some ideas though. I've been getting some suggestions on Twitter because of course, guys, you can follow me on Twitter, which is @MoonboSM. So if you want to give me suggestions there, or if you have any ideas that you'd like to pass along to me, I would love to hear it there as well. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, you know, you've enjoyed all this year of Scrap Mechanic, then make sure you hit that like button. It'll certainly help the channel out, and maybe more people will get a chance to see even more Scrap Mechanic. So if you haven't already subscribed, though, make sure you subscribe for that endless Scrap Mechanic, and I will be seeing you guys very soon in the next one. So bye for now, and here's to another year of endless Scrap Mechanic.